Your personal data is everywhere. Every click, search, and swipe is being tracked. But have you ever asked who's watching and why? From the moment you wake up and check your phone, your digital footprint begins. Social media apps know where you've been, online retailers track your purchases, and even your smart devices record snippets of your daily life. It's all part of a vast ecosystem where personal information isn't just stored, it's bought and sold. But how does this process work, and what does it mean for you? Every app, website, and smart device you use collects data. Sometimes it's information you knowingly share, like your name, email address, or birthday. But much of the data collection happens silently, tracking your location, monitoring how long you spend on a page, or recording the way you scroll. All of this is aggregated into profiles that provide companies with an intimate snapshot of who you are. But it doesn't stop there. Once collected, your data is often sold to third-party brokers. These companies compile massive databases, selling insights to advertisers who want to know how to get your attention. They analyze your preferences, habits, and vulnerabilities to create ads specifically designed to influence you. What you see online isn't random, it's curated based on the data you've unknowingly shared. Your interests, fears, and political beliefs can be predicted with surprising accuracy. The implications are huge. Companies justify this as a way to improve services or offer personalized experiences. But the reality is that your private life has become a product, with billions made annually off your digital existence. If that sounds unsettling, it should, and it's only the tip of the iceberg. Protecting your privacy in a world designed to exploit it may seem overwhelming, but there are steps you can take. Start with your devices. Use a virtual private network, VPN, to encrypt your internet traffic, making it harder for trackers to collect your data. Enable two-factor authentication on your accounts, so even if your passwords are compromised, your information remains secure. Review the permissions you've granted to apps and services. Why does that weather app need access to your microphone? Be ruthless about what you allow. Another critical move is understanding the tools you use daily. Many browsers are riddled with trackers, but privacy-focused options like Brave or Firefox offer built-in protections. Delete cookies regularly or use browser extensions that block ads and tracking scripts. Each small action you take adds a layer of protection between you and those who profit off your data. No single step is a complete solution, but together, they create a strong defense. But let's be clear, protecting your privacy isn't just about individual actions. It's also about demanding systemic change. Big data and artificial intelligence rely on the information they collect from people like you to function. AI models are trained on vast data sets, learning to predict behaviors, solve problems, and influence decisions. In some ways, this progress is remarkable. Think of AI diagnosing diseases, improving energy efficiency, or personalizing education. But it comes with a cost. Your data feeds these systems, teaching them how to behave. But when companies prioritize profit over ethics, your information can be used in ways you might not expect. Have you noticed how targeted ads seem to know what you're thinking before you do? That's not magic, it's AI analyzing patterns in your behavior. While this personalization might seem harmless, it sets a precedent for deeper manipulation. Imagine a world where AI doesn't just recommend products, but influences elections, decides who qualifies for a loan, or determines healthcare access. And these aren't hypothetical scenarios, they're already happening. Without strict oversight, the line between innovation and exploitation blurs. That's why it's essential to think critically about how your data is used and what's at stake. The question isn't whether companies should use data to drive innovation, it's whether they should have unchecked access to it. When corporations hold vast amounts of personal information, the potential for misuse becomes alarming. Consider how a data breach could expose sensitive details about your life, from your financial habits to your health records, or how biased algorithms could perpetuate discrimination in hiring or policing. These aren't just ethical dilemmas, they're threats to personal autonomy. It's one thing for companies to use data for advertising, but it's another when that data is weaponized. What if an insurance company decides your lifestyle is too risky based on your social media posts? What if a potential employer judges your character based on your online footprint? The idea that algorithms could influence every decision in your life isn't just science fiction, it's becoming reality. This is why the conversation around data privacy has never been more critical. Movements like the European Union's General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR, and California's Consumer Privacy Act, CCPA, have started to push back. These laws give people more control over their data, requiring companies to be transparent about what they collect and why, but there's still a long way to go. Transparency is key. Companies should be upfront about how they use your information and seek your consent explicitly, not bury it in endless terms and conditions. Governments and tech leaders must establish stronger regulations to hold companies accountable for misusing data. And as individuals, we must educate ourselves and use available tools to safeguard our privacy. In a connected world, data is the new currency. It powers our favorite apps, fuels technological advancements, and creates conveniences we've come to rely on. But it's also a double-edged sword. While we benefit from innovation, we must remain vigilant about the price we pay in lost privacy. The internet promised us freedom and connection. We lost control of our digital selves. It's time to take that control back. Adjust your settings, be mindful of what you share, and support policies that protect user rights. Together, we can demand a future where progress and privacy coexist. Your data tells the story of your life. Shouldn't you decide who gets to read it?